Mrs. Crime, Mr. Wade, bringing you the stories. Stay tuned for a lot more. 2 days unfortunate story is about a Constance Margaret Fisher. Was an American serial killer diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. She killed 3 of her children in rural Maine in the year of 1954. And after spending several years in a mental institution, she was released, only to kill 3 more of her children in the year of 1966. After her capture, she was unfit to stand trial. She was hospitalized at Augusta State Hospital, from where she managed to escape in the year of 1973, but died in an accident shortly afterwards. Constance Margaret Serios was born on March 26, year 1929, in Oakland, Maine. She was abandoned by her birth parents and later adopted by the Serios family. Neighbors described Constance as a pretty and nice girl, although she was also considered moody. In the year of 1946, the 17-year-old Serios married 24-year-old Carl Marion Fisher, a World War II veteran employed at a car shop in the Maine Central Railroad. The couple moved to a little home in Waterville, where they would have 3 children over the following years: Richard, Daniel, and Deborah Kay. During these years, Constance started to exhibit signs of anxiety and depression, frequently worrying about her children, money, and the cramped home the family lived in. She also attempted to commit suicide on at least 1 occasion, but was unsuccessful. On March 8th, year 1954, Carl returned home from work, but found that the door had been locked. Word that something was off, he contacted Dr. Richard Cassie, the physician who had been treating his wife for recent bouts of depression, and the men broke down the door. Carl then went inside and went to the bedroom, where he saw the corpse of Daniel and Deborah tucked in their beds, at first appearing to be asleep. He then stepped into the bathroom, where he found the eldest son, Richard, had been drowned in the bathtub. Panicked and unable to find his wife, he quickly contacted the authorities, who rushed to the crime scene. A search of the house led to the officers finding Constance hiding under a bed, having been rendered unconscious from a suicide attempt by drinking a bottle of liquid shampoo. A suicide note written by her was located, when Constance explaining that she had drowned the children to save them from evil, and that God had ordered her to do so. Within 1 year of her internment at the Augusta State Hospital in Augusta, she started to show signs of improvement, no longer hearing voices or experiencing any auditory hallucinations. In the year of 1955, her husband initiated a legal process to have her released, but his requests were denied by the hospital's medical board. After 4 years, partly due to a national effort to deinstitutionalize mental patients, Constance was released to her husband's custody on March 6, year 1959. The couple soon moved to a new home that Carl had built for the family in Fairfield, where they would have 3 more children: Kathleen, Louise, Michael John, and Natalie Rose. Constance was rushed to the Thayer Hospital in Waterville, where she was nursed until she regained consciousness. Local authorities sought to charge her with murder, and after she was discharged, Constance was brought to Somerset County for deliberations between prosecutors before a decision was made for her to be tried in the Kennebec County. In spite of their attempts to have her convicted, her defense counsel managed to convince the court that Constance was insane, and the judge eventually ruled that she should be confined to the Augusta State Hospital for the rest of her natural life. During her hospitalization, Constance reportedly caused no problems and behaved well towards the staff. This all changed on October 1st, year 1973, when her husband Carl decided to stop visiting her as it caused him too much grief. Not long after, she managed to escape from the Augusta State Hospital, prompting a search operation from the hospital staff and local authorities. On October 9th, a group of duck hunters spotted the bloated body of a woman floating in the Kennebec River near Gardiner. An autopsy determined that the body belonged to Constance Fisher, and her death was listed as an accidental drowning, likely to have occurred on the day of her escape. Her death prompted the hospital's superintendent, Roy Ettinger, to criticize the practice of therapy on patients, as he believed this increased the risk of them committing suicide. Constance's body was later buried at the family's graveyard plot in Waterville. When Carl Fisher died in the year of 1990, his body was also interred in the same plot as his wife and all of their 6 children.